Must Have Beers podcast.
It's only been 5 months, isn't it?
I know, yeah. We are back. So what's season of this?
Season 24.
Yeah, we got it out.
Yeah.
Okay, now we can have more seasons than Friends. We're better than Friends. I'm much more funnier than them.
Yeah, you're a bit more funny than Charlie.
Yeah. I mean, there's a likeness. Quite fat now.
So's he.
Yeah,
You're not synced up yet.
He put on a bit of timber, hasn't he, since his days on there, hasn't he? But yeah, I mean, less about that. So what's been happening lately?
We've actually missed quite a lot since we've been off air, haven't we?
Yeah.
We got a new Prime Minister. Bojo's gone.
Yeah, old Liz.
Liz Truss, isn't it?
Yeah.
In Liz, we trust.
I'm not sure I trust her.
I don't fucking trust any of them.
Yeah. You see what happens. Yeah.
The country will go into more poverty.
Yeah. Electricity keeps on going up. That's why I've got to turn the lights off this time.
Yeah. Just having electric. It costs you about £10 a week, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, if that. But yeah, no, apart from that, obviously, poor old Queen. She sadly passed.
Very sad moment for Britain, I think, isn't it?
He's like 70 years of doing one job and done it extremely well. And I don't think you can find many people who'll be able to do that. I think Charles has got a tough job. Really has, but
big shoes to fill, isn't
he? He has, and I think as a sign of respect, you have to look into it as, these people have lost their mum, their grandmother, great grandmother, and I think that's, as a human aspect, I think that's where we've got to respect people. I think basically football done the right thing cancelling that weekend. I think that was. I know it was definitely going to be tough to be able to get him televised because of the new job that I'm at.
You do the broadcasting, didn't you, for all the sports, and you're also doing the Queen's coverage as well on Monday.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of it. We have done all week. From last Thursday, it was all action came from Thursday, and we obviously found out she wasn't well, and all the family was going. You kind of, I would sound morbid, you're semi-preparing as a company of your next steps of what's happening. So we was kind of getting stuff ready, and then it was sadly in the evening when we all found out the news, and a lorry was sent straight out. So, I mean, the guys at work have been fantastic on it. It's been quite a week actually, but so
it's going to be a bit crazy for you, because obviously you put in as soon as the vans come back Monday, you're literally putting new fresh stuff in, ready for football and MMA.
I mean, the lorries have been stuck out there doing that, so lucky enough we've got a couple of spare lorries that we've used for the football for this weekend, but there's a couple of games that have been postponed. Palace, Brighton, Liverpool and Chelsea. Arsenal's game was rearranged for its earlier time on Sunday. So next week is when it's going to be really hectic because it's all the gear coming back. But enough about shop. What else has been going on?
Do you remember the radio about? I was talking about the Queen again. Obviously, she's laying in rest now, isn't she? Do you hear about the amount of people that are going? It's they're saying that it's like an 11-hour wait just to go and see. The queues are 4 miles long.
Have you seen David Beckham? He queued up for 12 hours, and a lot of respect to the man. I mean, people said he could have used his celebrity status to get him sort of queue jumping and type thing, but he didn't. He stuck it out and he waited. So it's a force with the family and everything, and long live the king, I suppose. We've got to have a new way and a new setup, which is it's quite difficult to get used to. In 1 year, we've got a new prime minister, new monarchy or head of monarchy, and so we've got a new way of entering into the next year. So, but as we say, we're in September now, so we're coming closer and closer to the end of September, so this year's flying through.
Soon be time to do a Christmas special, won't it?
We had fun.
I've kept my jumper from the last one.
Good lad. Yeah.
Up in the loft.
Yeah,
we had
to really prize you to get one of them. But again, we don't want to be talking about something that's in a couple of months' time. We want to talk about them now.
A couple of months' time, it'll soon fly by. Let's just round the corner now.
It will. And have you heard lately about? I want to talk about this a little bit. The price of everything going up. They reckon a pint in a pub could end up becoming about £25.
Well, for 1 pint.
For 1 pint. I mean, that's ridiculous.
They said Thatcher's Britain, didn't they? Boris Britain.
I know. At least when Dick Turpin robbed you, he wore a mask. Like, this is ridiculous.
I don't like paying more than £5 for a pint.
I mean, there's occasions, if I'm in a nice setup or it's a place with a view, £5 sort of the cuff of it. And in modern times, you kind of accept it.
You got a score in your pocket, you can't really have 2 pints, can't you?
Yeah. But I remember when we're not going to be having cash much longer, are we?
It's all on card.
It's all card now. Bloody COVID. So, yeah, and all the cash, what happens with that? It all changes, doesn't it?
See, I think they'll keep it in. They'll just slowly phase it out because you can't just go all straight in.
I mean, you've got to have a lead time, haven't you?
I think they'll end up phasing it out.
I mean, all the drug dealers have got to cash in all their money. That would be quite hard work.
Yeah. Pay the debts as well.
Yeah. So, but they've said about money's going to end up start changing. We'll have new notes. That I think things like £20 notes and £50 notes. If you got a £50 note, then you're doing well, by the way. If you got one of them, try and keep hold of it because, 40, 50 years' time, that's a collector's item.
I had one once.
I did as well. I've had a couple. No pizza delivery guys don't like changing them up. Found that out one day. And another one I bought a big round for, it was a big do in Wokingham. But I just think it's a different time now we're going to enter into very shortly. And so what else? You all heard I was football coaching. I am now level 1.
Woo!
Way!
You can now play with children.
That's wrong.
Okay.
That's wrong. We'll edit that. Edit that.
I don't do edits.
No.
It's off the cuff.
So that's staying on.
Yeah, unscripted.
Dude. I mean, this is going to be great, isn't it? We're going to get arrested.
Just don't show them.
Well, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about them watching this. I'm more worried about what we say.
There's no place watching.
Well, it might be. We might have a couple of fans that applaud. Keeps them entertained.
Exactly. Yeah.
But no. Yes. I'm still coaching with Binfield. We entered into the new season today. Fortunately, we didn't get the result we would have wanted, but we work hard and we keep going. And I'm learning as a coach all the time. So it's brilliant.
A good job you're doing, Sid.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. I will help them become better players. They will help me become a better coach. That's how you got to look at it. But yeah, you've spoken about your interest in becoming a referee lately, haven't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that, actually.
Yeah.
That's something I've always wanted to do.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
It'd be really good for you. I think the amateur game needs more. Does need more people to step in as refs. Started finding, like, with the club, you have a section of referees that you'll use every week for your youth setups. From the ages of 7 to under 21, and you're getting less and less referees. You get referees that are at the age of 17, 18. They're going off to uni, so they can't ref throughout the whole season. You're finding some refs that they get treated quite poorly by parents or coaches, so they don't want to keep coming to be abused. I mean,
The thing is,
the quote is, if there's no referees, there's no game. So I'm all for it, for more people to ref, and I think having an adult character doing it to go in to help with the youth level be brilliant for all because you can guarantee that the game will go on. The referee can be stern and he can say to the parents, you either behave yourselves and sit there and watch the game and enjoy it, or you go and sit in the car and wait for the end of the game. And I think that's the positive part for having an adult refereeing. When you're having young lads or girls that are refereeing at this age, they can sometimes get a bit intimidated by it, and that's hard because if they feel like that, they might not want to keep doing it.
But if you're a man and you're having to go with like a 15, 6-year-old kid, I mean,
yeah, it's wrong, isn't it? It's
wow,
just,
you're tough, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it.
What an hard man.
The peak of masculinity there, really, isn't it?
I'll take that shit.
Yeah, I know. And that's the best thing for it as well. And Friday football.
To carry on and off man in the car park.
See, the clubs kind of frown about things like that. But Ed, keeping on with football, we're still playing Friday football. We've got a couple of new guys that have come in as well, which is always great to have a couple of additions, possibly one more.
A new podcast channel as well.
Yeah. So Fish is putting them out where we can see the actual games and he records the games. It was quite odd. I watched last week's game. I don't personally think I've been playing that well lately. I'm carrying a couple of niggly injuries and I put on a bit of weight and I'm not as fit as what I should be. I will get back into fitness because I have to get back into a good shape and a good level of fitness for next year. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. But yeah, so I was watching it and I was kind of watching how I was playing. I just sort of felt I was a little bit off it, and I felt I've been a bit off it for the last few weeks. So it's down to me that I need to get back onto it and put in the effort again and find myself enjoying it. I'm still kind of enjoying it, but it's just not myself that's playing as such. It's sort of a little bit taken away from me at the moment.
I was watching it. I was like, oh God, look at me, I'm playing really well. I was like, oh look at. I realised I was actually watching Sam.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Because we're wearing the same top and the same shorts.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah. No.
Then watched it back and realised, I was pretty shy.
Well, at one point when I was watching, I thought I was towing a caravan when I was running. I thought he put it in slow motion or rewind actually because it was just an awful watch from me. But it's always good, and it's good to have that competition because you can raise your bar up a bit and work to it. But yeah, so that's been going all right. So football's going.
Apart from the bits in your shoes. Those little black bits, they get bloody everywhere.
They do, and I swear they put more on the pitch now. Surely all of that has come up since we started playing there a good couple of years ago. That would be my thinking. I reckon they just spread more on, cut more tyres up, shove it all on, because they do get everywhere. I'm lucky I live on my own, so on the Saturday morning when I wake up and I go into my living room, I'm like, yeah, that needs a hoover, rather than living with someone and they go, why is it mucky here still? Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
I have to get changed at the street door.
Are you showing the neighbours everything there?
No, because we've got two doors.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
We have like a door and a closed door. So a lot more like a porchway bit. Then I have to run upstairs really quickly and literally get showered, still in my shorts.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
And then a week later, you're like, what's that?
You're finding bits in in your nether area.
Oh, they get in every orifice.
Oh, they do, don't they? But I'm still finding some in my car from like about 6 months ago. How's that still there?
Take them back.
Yeah. No, because it will just come back. It's like recycling.
Just put them in a bag.
I mean, it just keeps on.
I think you want these.
Yeah. I might go there with a broom one day and just sweep them all up, get them out of the way.
I don't know what was worse because it used to be like sand, didn't it?
It was a different pitch then, wasn't it? It was AstroTurf. It's now 3G, which is a different type of turf. But yeah, it was sand, and you knew it when you slid on that because half of your leg would still be left on it.
That still does.
Yeah, it's a bit softer. like a little bit. I mean, I don't slide a lot because, well, I tend not to. Might fall a few times. I have fallen quite. I'm not quite as balanced as what I used to be either. That's the other. No, I feel like my head would go, oh, you can do this, and you can turn, and then sharply move, and then I'll do that, and then I'll be laying on the floor in a heap and going, well, what happened there?
Did you have another one of your falls?
I had another one of my falls, yes.
And I look at, Neil's had one of his falls again.
I had a fall the other week.
He's getting to that age. What?
Yeah, outside. I was taking the bins out. I was so glad there was no neighbours watching.
How did you have?
None. I'd only just come back from work.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, and that day we didn't drink at work. Now that we drink at work, we might pop to a pub at lunchtime every now and again.
Yeah, 5 pints and go back.
I've never been that bad. There's been a couple. I won't mention names. But no, apart from that, it's been quite good. Football season, for me, it's going quite well. We had a hiccup against Man United, but I think top of the league, doing all right. We've put in some half-decent performances. I think transfer market worked quite well for us. Could have done a little bit better at the end, getting in another midfielder, but overall I'm quite pleased with how it's going with Arsenal.
Yeah, Leeds are the same team as always, aren't they?
There's been some improvements.
We go to some. We play some big games, 5-0, 4-0, 5-0, 4-0, and then you lose to Brighton.
We did get to a non-league game earlier on in the season, didn't we?
Been a few actually.
Went to see Ascot. He's repping them. If you want to buy any Ascot United merchandise, please check.
I'll put a link at the bottom.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
We'll put a link in there.
Okay. Yeah. Because obviously they've got some quite nice clubber. I can't wear it because my ties with my affiliated club.
The rivals.
Boo.
Dirty Binfield. Boo.
No, lovely Binfield. Do you know what? I like what they've done at Binfield. They've had to do a few adjustments at the ground. So where you'd have the main pitch and you had like the youth pitch next to it, didn't they? They've put up like these sort of like fence type things. So that's sort of cornered off and cornered away. As such, there's a new turnstile that's been done. There's been a lot of work that's been done at Binfield. We've been asked if we can all sort of volunteer a little bit more, help the groundsman, because apparently the groundsman is there non-stop and his wife really wants to see him once in a while.
It's a pity Hardy lives in.
Yeah, in Kent.
He can pop up, couldn't he?
Yeah, he'd be a good shout. I know at Binfield, we're nicknamed the Moles for a reason. You see what they do.
Don't worry, I've seen Hardy's lines anyway. It weren't him though.
No.
It was a band before.
Yeah. It wasn't the 6 pints he done just before he done the lines, was it?
It was Ray. Ray done it before. He was trying to follow Ray's lines.
But yeah, so it's been quite good. We was quite unfortunate in one of the friendlies we done. Not friendlies, the tournament at Windsor. We got to the final and the boys done fantastic throughout. They really worked hard, and I was quite gutted we didn't win it really. I think they put in great performance. Just got beaten in the final by a slightly better team. I think you've got to take positives from that.
As Jimmy Greaves says, a funny old game.
It is, yeah.
Game with 2 halves.
Yes. But I have seen Bracknell Town have lost.
Who?
Bobby Wilkins. Oh, Sandal. Yeah, that's
Sandals.
Yeah, Sandal FC. Yeah. They've lost Bobby Wilkinson. He's gone off to Weymouth in the National League. So best of luck to Bobby. I hope he does quite well with his coaching staff.
All the best, fella.
He's a good coach, and he gets the best of the players that he's got. I think he might do all right. I think
we were shocked to see him go because they literally just signed a 5-year contract with him, didn't they?
They had, and I think there was something to do with his clause that I have read somewhere and I don't know fully about the extent because I'm not part of that club.
What did he get? A free get out of jail free card or something? Was it?
Kind of. It was a bit of if a team in a higher division come in for him, they will allow him to speak to them. Which, in a way, is good that the club's done that because, you know, Bracknell Town may not go up this season.
I can't see them going up.
They've always got a chance because of the squad they had and the foundations that they built with it. But obviously,
I can see them staying there for another 2 years.
I can now
because that's always what's happened. It's like they've always gone up, always stayed, sort of like stayed safe for 2 years. And
I kind of got a feeling because the progress they had made over the last 3-4 years. I personally believe that they just continue to progress and build and become better and better. It's not my favoured way of how the club has done it, and I've spoken honestly about it before, but it's what it is. It's not the club that I remember. We've spoken about this before.
That's what I've gone down the road for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we both have really. Just different roads. He went down the London road.
It's closer. You get a train there.
Yeah, I know, but I really like the Stag and Hounds. Just it's a nice pub.
Well, you're literally about 4 pubs on the way to Ascot.
2. I did
2 there, 2 back, 4.
I'm so glad you can count properly.
I've got to give it maths as well.
Yeah.
Ungraded. You're thick. You can't.
I thought you stood for ungrateful, but all right. But no, I do think that Bracknell, if they'd kept with Bobby, they would have gone up. Maybe not this season. You know, get a feel into the league, and then possibly next season. Because I think generally that's how their improvement has been over the last 4 or 5 years. The chop and change in the managers, I don't think ever helped them. I think that hindered them a little bit. Bobby seemed to have he had a good way and good repertoire, and he seemed a very good coach and manager. So I wish him all the best at Weymouth, and I think he'll do quite well there.
At least he'll be on Football Manager.
Yeah, he will. Yeah,
got his dreams on Football Manager.
There's talks about who goes in at Bracknell, which I've seen some rumours, and one of them's an ex-pro, used to play for Arsenal. I won't mention his name because I think that's a bit disrespectful to anyone who might be in the line for it, and if he doesn't get it. But if he does, I think he may well be a good appointment, but he could also backfire because he comes from that pedigree of being a professional. He's managed in lower and he's played in lower in recent past, not too far from the area as well. But I do think that he could be quite a good addition. He knows people, so his backroom staff could be quite good. And I think his connections within the area and within the world of football that he had played and the level he had played, I think it could be quite a good signing. I know they drew last night in the cup, didn't they?
I don't bother anymore.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I don't follow them on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook.
I have them there because I think it's sometimes good to know what's happening around the area in football. I think as a coach, I kind of got that sort of look because I like to see what, Binfield, Bracknell, Ascot, Maidenhead. I don't look out much on.
Do you realise Seb's a bit old to play for you now? I mean, the boy's in his 20s. I mean,
he could shave.
I know he looks good. He's about 4'5", but
he can shave. He's a good player. He was a player that I always thought was destined to do quite well. Whether he was staying in the pyramid of the part of football he's at, or if he moved up, I always thought he had that technical abilities to be a good player, and he is showing it at Bracknell, and he's loyal, which is quite nice to see. You don't see it in football at all, really. I think he's done well, and he's club captain now. So he has done well.
Ooh.
I can't poach him for the under 11s, unfortunately. Yeah,
Bit old.
Bit old, yeah. I mean,
don't think he likes Harry Bows neither.
It's all right. We can you can have a Milky Way bar.
Beer.
You can have a beer. I can't take beer to a youth game.
You can
that
get those
time on
beer
the Saturday.
sweets. Give him a couple of those.
So football's been quite good. Yeah, it's been quite good. Binfield's got off to a cracking start in the league as well, and they've got a.
So that's good.
Yeah, Ascot are doing all right. Yeah. I mean, they're in the lower division, but.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
That's what Paul's
progressing. We'll get there one day.
It is a nice club. I can't doubt that Ascot is a lovely club, and I have enjoyed every time I've gone there. It's always been good. You get treated well. Everyone's friendly. I know, yes.
I think it's more like a family kind of thing. Is it? You go in and say, hello again.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's a family. They welcome you into their bosom.
Yeah, I do that now.
Apparently so.
I don't know what game you went to.
Perhaps I dreamt that
So
game.
so apart from coaching, new job, football going well. New monarchy, new prime minister.
Everything's new.
Sort of saying that.
Still the same country though, isn't it?
Yeah. I did get away for a couple of weeks.
Is that why we didn't do it? Because you went away?
Yeah, I had
went away. You done what? Went away, did you?
Yeah, 2 weeks in Crete.
Oh, you worked on an oil rig or something.
I don't know what's gone on, but the sun has changed abroad. Right? You know where everyone used to say, "Oh, it's a different sun, it's a different heat." So when you're in the country,
it's the same bloody sun, but around the world.
Yeah, but it's a different heat. Like you always say that heat got very hot out there. Like I mean, I usually okay at late 30s, 40 degree when I'm abroad. But it's late 30s and 40 degree in this country. It's like you're licking the sun.
It's a different kind of heat.
It is.
Different kind of heat.
The air is different.
Different kind of heat, yeah.
But out there, it was on you. Like the first full day, I was like, I'm getting burned. Like this is, I'm actually burning.
The sun does that.
Yeah, but I don't burn, do I? I naturally tan, and it was just it was quite uncomfortable. I know Dad found it uncomfortable. He had to try and sit in the shade as much as he could. So for Dad, it was 2 weeks of sort of hiding.
He's very pale though, isn't
he? He is, and he doesn't do the sun at the best of times, but I think he really struggled. The kids enjoyed it, which is the main thing. It's really we want the kids to enjoy it. Mum liked it, but yeah, me it was sort of like, this is hot. We went for a bit of a walk one day. We found a little park with a bar type thing. They had a little football pitch. It was the hottest day of the 2 weeks, and we decided to have a kickabout with Marshall.
You could get an international tour.
I wanted to. I was going to set up a coaching drill.
So if they got a Friday football team, you could have an international tour.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Get this as a striker deal.
Ghana. Right, anyone abroad that likes our podcast and wants to give us a game, we can come along. We can bring 18 players. We can have 11 aside now.
18 players?
We've got 18 lads. I think we've got, 18 lads. I think we can easily recruit more.
Bugsy not in goal.
That's all right. We can leave that for someone else.
Yeah.
Who would you put in goal?
What, me? Oh, Green Socks. Andrew Green Socks. I'll put him in goal.
Yeah, I hope Andrew doesn't hear this and hear you call him Green Socks.
We all call him Green Socks.
But yeah, he's quite good, isn't he? I think George as well. George has got a bit. He could play in goal.
He's a centre back, and he's actually quite a decent keeper for a centre back, isn't he?
I think it's because you get that defensive instinct, don't you? And centre backs, they're not always the sanest of players on the pitch, and goalkeepers definitely
No,
are.
they're
They're usually a Lego brick short of a set.
Steady.
Come on,
I've got brains somewhere.
you got a U.
So did you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Only in maths.
I got an A.
Absent.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, but no, I think it's been quite good fun. I did say that I'd come back to this. I need to work on my fitness because I have shunted on a bit of weight, about 6 kilos more than what I really should be weighing.
So it's beers at lunchtime, isn't
it? It's not that, but they've got Greg's right outside our work. So,
and what Callum's drawer with all
the snack drawer. He hasn't opened that drawer for quite a while, and we've got a little thing that we do is if we go on the lorries and any of the crew or anyone like that has left sweets, chocolate, or biscuits, they're like in packs, not ones that are open. If they're open, they get binned. But if they're in packs,
a biscuit on the floor.
Yeah, oh look at that jammy dodger.
Half eaten Mars bar. Woo.
But yeah, if they're in the wrapper and they're all sealed and everything, they go in the drawer and then we munch through them for the win.
Go in Callum's drawer. You never see them again.
Yeah. He's not that bad. He's not. But yeah, so I have put on a bit of weight, and I think that's hindered me a little bit. But I also signed up to do a half marathon next year in April for prostate cancer.
London one, London Landmark.
London Landmarks. I am looking forward to it. I know on the day I will dread it because I will go, what the hell have I put my legs through? But I know it'll be well worth it to cross that finish line and to do it for such a great cause as well. I mean, prostate cancer, we done a month marathon last year. Was it last year?
Was it the year of COVID, wasn't it?
Year after COVID.
Year after COVID.
Yeah, so last year, 2021.
Yeah.
That was right. And we done that, and it was really good to do it for them then. It'll be even better to do it next year for them as well. So I look forward to that. And I will have a Just Giving page, and at some point there will be a link up to it. If anyone's generous enough, that would be lovely. Be as little as 20p. It could be as high as whatever you want to chuck in.
I'll give you a couple of quid.
Thank you.
Yeah, £2. So I can afford.
That's all right. If you do £2 a month, that'd be brilliant. Up into it.
£2 a month.
Yeah. I'm worth it.
So I'll turn all the lights off then, shall I?
Don't
buy any food.
It'll be worth it just to see me sort of
sweat,
cry throughout a run. I am down to go for a little run tomorrow with my old workmate Jason, so that's going to be quite fun.
The man's an athlete.
Yeah, I know. He's done marathons. He does half marathons. Like I would go out walking the street. I don't do that often either. I don't need to walk. I've got a car.
So I saw him this morning down the park. Though.
Yeah,
I've been doing that last couple of weeks. And
that's done by Vitality, isn't it? Yeah. No, that was good. We done that one last month, something like that. It was a hard day. It was a hard one. It was the first run I'd done in months. But yeah, no, well done, man. Keep it going.
2 personal bests.
Hey. See, improvement all the time. We just like to be better men than what we were yesterday.
Next week I'll do it in 1 minute, not 2.
I won't tell you what I can do in a minute.
Yeah, that poor lady will be disappointed.
Twice. That's my fan club going up.
The biggest disappointment. Bless her.
Yeah, well, enough of that. We're not smutty. We're not. We're just cheeky-ish. But yeah, so hopefully everyone's doing all right. All our followers are doing okay. All 3 of you. I'm sure one of them's my cousin.
I follow us.
Oh yeah, and there's
that's
us
4, 5.
Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, so hopefully we can get some more of these out. it was off the cuff to do this, and we went, let's get one out because we've been quiet for a few months. Hopefully, everyone has a nice weekend. If you are able to get Monday off, try and give the Queen's funeral a watch. We worked hard for it, and bless her, she should be given the send off she deserves, really.
Yeah, too right.
Whether you agree with what she stood for or what she didn't, I think everyone that's done so much in her life should be deserved to go for it. But yeah, so on that note from me, I don't know whether you're finished or not, but
well, it's a good night from me.
Oh, it is a good night from him as well. Have a lovely weekend, and we shall catch you soon. Take it easy.
Here we go.
Cheers.